Activity serves no purpose whatsoever.
Traveler, Paimon, please I'd like your assistance with this investigation, since you two are the only ones who have seen the alleged ghost.
That's fine with Paimon. What do you think, Traveler?
I have a few. There are some
Sure.
I want to go back. I believe there may still be some clues. Are you worried? My worry is that
Wow, Hazel.
the more cases you see, this should be approximately where you first encountered the Of course, we cannot conclude, but I'd like to go over everything that happened again.
Let Paimon think. She warned us not to go near her.
And then what happened?
Then, everything seemed to get... Paimon saw some sort of black mist surrounding the ghost.
Based...
Exactly!
It's possible, but I'm more interested in what she's actually trying... Even if she is a ghost, as long as...
Wasn't she after our souls?
I think she was just trying to scare you.
Oh.
Think about it. If I had the ability... Besides, a ghost wouldn't have allowed you to...
That does make...
I believe there are only two possibilities. The first is that But if you had really been cursed, then you would probably have... So, this is the less likely scenario.
But why would she want to scare us? Maybe she was trying to get us to quit so she could claim the test. Oh! Probably not. So why does she want to scare us?
Based solely on your account, I don't believe she... But this evidence alone is insufficient to make any valid assumptions. She could very well be guarding some treasure or covering up a crime. Though, my intuition is
Shine down!
Have you found any leads yet?
Yeah, some tree branch...
I see. Aside from the bent branches, if only there was some more conclusive evidence.
Excuse me. Sorry to interrupt.
Oh, it's... We heard you were out searching. Oh, that's...
Actually, we just asked the members of Mr. Ito's... That lady's either a nasty evil spirit or a formidable yokai. Either way, it's not good. But we still want to hold...
We long admired which is why we want to hold them, even though our powers are limited.
The Jinju Forest covers a large area, so it'd be great to have more help in the investigation. Welcome to the team.
Don't worry, we're very familiar with the area. We won't miss any clues. Look what I found down by the river! Huh? What is it?
Is it a scrap of black cloth?
This is a piece of...
Shade cloth?
Yeah, it can effectively block out... There's a rough tear in the cloth.
Branches?
Suppose that a large shade cloth was originally hung from... When the shade cloth was removed from the tree, either she didn't care, or she...
But why would she hang...
I'm only speculating. Maybe she used it to create the... Let's not worry about that for now. Next, I'd like to investigate the place...
Oh, I know the... I asked the gang members where their encounter with...
Good. Please lead the way. Let's go find out what's going on.
This is the place. They claim that as they
Huh. We saw the very same thing.
Let's start by taking a look around the area, just as we did before.
shattered. There's some strange powder in the... I picked some up and sniffed it to...
Judging from the burn marks left on the scene, rather, they appear...
I found some sort of smack. The inside of it looks like it was black.
Similar. I believe we're closing. I'm almost certain that the woman you encountered was... She possesses no extraordinary powers. She was merely scared.
Some small props?
First and foremost, you were initially frightened by your first encounter with these three... Because you were already tensed up, you were breathing more rapidly and inhaled a lot of sleeping powder. That's when she pulled down the shade cloth and lit those soaps.
So, it was all just... she tricked us!
There is, however, still... That couldn't have been accomplished by just a few small... She can only use props to scare people in the forest.
Whoa, that...
If we rule out the potential of organized crime, I know who the woman is. Let's...
We'll come along too.
No. You should go back and tell the others not to be afraid, and not... The truth has surfaced. It's time to put an end to all the unnecessary panic, and await the outcome of the test of...
Okay. If you run into any danger, simply call...
There shouldn't be any danger now, but thank you anyway. Let's go. Let's search along the cliffside. If I'm not mistaken...
I knew it. I knew that you would come find me here.
There she is. Paimon thought you were a yokai like the out, so... Who are you? And why did you try to scare us?
I have already warned you never to speak to me. If you don't leave now, then...
She's terrifying! Hazel, it sure doesn't seem like she's using any...
Don't move. Just... Your yokai power won't scare us. It'll...
Yokai power?
Huh? How did you know?
Your yokai that emerged from an object... When this type of yokai is close to its own body, it can use some yokai power. And if the original body is destroyed, then the yokai that originated from it... Should I refer to you as a Hagoita spirit or Tsukumogami?
Don't bother. You may call me Hanyuuda Chizuru. That is...
Chizuru, why do you want us to leave? If you're a yokai, you should understand why the other sides. We had a great time playing Akitsu.
Yes. That's why. That's why I don't want you to be sad too.
Sad?
I'm sure the yokai have already told you of the story, but they don't actually know the entire story. The samurai was about 25 years old when they met at the festival. They met again 10 years later and remained friends. They spent time together drinking, traveling, and sparring. When they had first met, they merely respected each other, but 10 years later, they became best friends. After another decade, the samurai had reached the pinnacle of his swordsmanship and won their duel by a narrow margin. Kamai was so astonished by his defeat, he gave up drinking and began training to become stronger for their next duel. However, another 10 years later, Kamai did not meet the samurai. As it turned out, war had broken out in the south, and the samurai had gone to defend the border. Kamai was unconcerned, because 10 years was nothing in a yokai's lifetime. But when they met once again, Kamai discovered that the samurai was already 65 years old. He couldn't believe his eyes when he saw the samurai's gray hair the game, but had to quit halfway through because he was too weak. After putting down his Agoita, Kamai remained silent for a long time before letting out a long sigh.
What a shame.
Their friendship started as something they looked forward to, and in just a few decades it turned into regret. Lord Kamai's appearance hadn't changed, but his dear people often say that those outside the situation can see things more. We yokai are different from humans. We have longer lifespans and different natures, but we share the same world. When the dream ends, all that is left are sorrowful memories. Even a wise and seasoned yokai like Kamai felt sadness when it was time to say goodbye. Imagine what a pure and kind
So,
I was hiding on this beach, but those 3 yokai came and set up the Akitsu. I didn't want them to approach humans with unbridled optimism and enthusiasm just because they'd heard the legend of Kamai.
is that why you pretended to be a ghost? Oh, so you must be the one who trapped
My power has become pretty weak now. And most of the but that jerk was greedy. He wanted to steal the decorations from Akitsu. That's why I used my yokai power.
So that's what happened. By the way, how do you know the rest of the story about Kamai and the family?
It's okay if you don't want to tell us. Your true form is this pair of Hagoita, isn't it?
Goita?
The pair of Hagoita used by Kamai and the human. You gradually developed sentience after being influenced by great yokai power. You were the closest to witness their story. Even with the yokai power's blessing, the Hagoita have started to rot away. And if my theory is correct,
Excellent work. You figured it all out. Congratulations, little ones. You've passed the 3rd round of the test of courage.
Nico? And
I apologize for causing you concern.
Well, what did you think? Because fear is induced by uncertainty, the more chaotic the situation.
so you're the one responsible for all this.
Hitomi, go tell the others that the test of courage has ended and that we have a winner.
now that I've solved the mystery, I'm going back to meet with my client. The intent to steal is not exactly as... I'll see you two later.
Nico, did you choose the Hagoita for the 3rd round of the test?
Lady Yai!
I followed Kitsune Saigu around the Mikawa Flower Festival one year and saw her play Akitsu Hazura. That was when I saw you. You didn't have...
I remember now.
I went for a stroll on the beach some time ago, and since, though your power was weak, I was still able to find you. You were sitting in a tree, gazing at the... I overheard you telling yourself that you must be patient and avoid contact with humans.
Huh? When was that?
With your powers being so diminished, you must have been blaming yourself all this time. You knew Kamai and the samurai became friends as a result of Akitsu Hazura, a game
At the time, I couldn't take on a human form like this. After they first met at the Mikawa Flower Festival, but after they said their final goodbyes, I could often hear Kamai sighing to himself. Lady Yai, you are a well-known yokai. You must know many people meet, become friends, and then go their separate ways. After such a short time, they leave only regret. Is it really worthwhile for us yokai to interact with humans?
Why not? Tell me, how did you feel when you played Akitsu Yugen with the Traveler?
I felt happy.
But your rationality told you that it was wrong, didn't it? It turns out that there is still another piece to this.
What do you mean? Samurai and Kamai never met again.
True, but the story doesn't end there. That samurai's name, it is believed that Takuto
developed this style of swordsmanship while dueling with Kamai, who had also become a third-generation heir of the Soran Ishin art. Tominaga Masana. 500 years ago, Kamai and Tominaga fought side by side until their final moments, and the sword Tominaga wielded was passed down from Yanagibashi. The regret Kamai once felt had finally been resolved. Oh, I never knew. We yokai are not like humans. Humans have too short a lifespan, and the day will... However, the bond formed by friendship, there's no reason to be upset by this. Time flies by in an instant, and life passes by like a dream. So, you must be happy in the present. You should understand...
Hey, compadres!
Ito, what are you doing here?
He told me everything. And I even know who the ghost lady is now. Anyway... You're that fox lady. Why are you here?
Please just disregard my present.
Right. Alright, listen up. To celebrate the end of the Test of Courage event, we will be holding the Mikawa... I gave it some real thought and realized that it might be kind of difficult for this little yokai. That's right. Arataki, the one and only Ito, will be in charge of organizing...
Hooray for Ito!
Oh,
We won't trust the silence.
Hey, what you trying to say? Besides, it won't just be me. Other people will help too. Even everyone's busy getting ready, and the festival will be up and running in no time.
You're the best, Ito!
what would a festival be without me? I'll be sure to go have a look too. It has been some time since I've attended a festival. Fortunately, I brought sake with me.
Delicious food. Yes,
Alright, I'll join.
looks like the festival has started. Let's go check it out. Ito and Goro, what are you two talking about?
Oh, I was just saying that if I had more time, I'd have built a...
Fishing. You know, when I lived on Watatsumi,
Take it from an expert, using your hands to catch fish is just the other day I caught a fish so big that I didn't even know how to handle it.
That's an unusual problem,
Huh? A big fish? How come you didn't...
Huh? You?
Oh, you bet I did. I wrote to the That's Life column and asked Miss Hina for advice. She's so amazing. She got back to me.
Huh. What a coincidence. I do some part-time work there, and I recently received a similar letter.
You mean the letter was about dealing with a giant fish they caught? No. Could it be? Could it be that there's someone as good at fishing as I am? Oh, not on my watch. Hey, you all go enjoy the festival. Get out. Just you wait. I'll be inviting you all to my fish feast.
Aw, the strings. Knowing Mia, this is more difficult than it looks. Can you really?
Don't worry. Let me show you a little trick. Just remember that... No, you're silly. I actually just gave it to you. You want to give it a shot?
Close one eye. again.
Phew, I'm stuffed. And
By the way, were there any special stalls?
Yes, but... well, it's a long story.
I can't believe you couldn't get a single one of those. You've got your recipe. Chizuru managed to finally get one and gave it to Hitotsume Kozo.
He looked like he really wanted it.
But Paimon wanted one too.
All right, then I'll catch one for you next time.
Come on now, this is way more expensive than usual. Even if it is a festival, you shouldn't hike up the prices this much.
Hey now, it costs money to run a stall. I need to raise my prices to help.
Fair enough. How about 5 masks for 30% off? Final offer.
All right.
Oh, it's so hot. Feels like I'm being...
Don't get too close. It's better to keep a peace.
I know. It's just so rare to see such a nice bonfire. I want to get it.
There are many beautiful things in the world. There's no need to be anxious. The festival has only just begun.
I was surprised that you didn't even tell your sister. It seems she was quite frightened, too.
It would have been uninteresting had I told her what was going. Besides, with her friends by her side, she wouldn't ever be too scared.
Everything went according to plan. People started to panic as soon as they sensed that they...
Yes, well done.
Hey, you two, stop laughing. It was scary.
Have you finished exploring the festival? Well then,
Yeah, it's great.
the original Mikawa Flower Festival was much more lively. But even if you could attend the original, you probably... because it's always more fun to enjoy a festival with friends.
Yes. Thank you.
Well then, I'm guessing you have something you want to say to her.
What did you want to say to us?
You saw through me again. I can't help but feel you somehow know everything.
It's not that I know everything.
Traveler, do you have a moment? All right, here will do. Thank you for agreeing to come with me. Actually, I was delighted when I was a yokai derived from a pair of Hagoita who came in. I wanted to go to more festivals, but every evening as night began to set in, I'd recall the bitters. Then I would wonder if I became friends with a human. As a result, I was convinced that I couldn't do it. I told myself I would not repeat that same mistake. I'm sorry that I spoke so strangely when we first... I expected you to flee in terror. But when we met again, I knew you mistook me as one of the yokai. But instead of telling you the truth, I went and played a Kitsuyugen with you. Perhaps it's because I've always wanted to be... or... perhaps it was because I knew I didn't have much time left, and I didn't want to be alone. Anyway, thank you for taking the time. When we played a Kitsuyugen, Paimon said the lose at the time. I wished for us to never cross paths again. However,